Ach, up, ach, up, ach. Oh, wang, 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 wang. Good morning. My name is Chris Fox, and today we are talking about Amazon's new Kindle Vella program. This is something that everybody's been talking about on the internet, and I was kind of trying to ignore it, but enough people asked me, hey, Chris, what do you think about this? That I thought it was worthwhile doing a video. For those that are unaware, this is a program that I'm very, very familiar with. And anybody who has had any interaction with fan fiction over the years understands what Amazon is trying to create with their Kindle Vella program. So basically, authors would upload a chapter at a time, serialized fiction, and readers can come along and read that fiction. And authors are asking me, Chris, this is going to be this brand new marketplace. Amazon obviously believes in it. What do you think? Are you going to use it? And my answer is no. No, I'm not going to use it. The reason is pretty straightforward. We are the Netflix age. People don't want to wait and read serialized fiction. People want to read complete stories as often as possible. They want longer, not shorter. And I'm not saying that Kindle Vella won't have tremendous value, but the value that traditionally sites like Vella have served have been free. They're for people that can't afford to read any other way. So if we go all the way back to 2000, I used to live with a buddy of mine. His name was Jeff, and Jeff would read constantly, and he would binge fan fiction. So he would do like Dragon Ball Z fan fiction or Ranma One Half fan fiction. He would find an area he loved, and he would read it. And what he would get frustrated by is people would abandon their projects halfway through. So it would be like 132 chapters, and then he would get to the end of 132 chapters, and there'd never be another chapter. Never once did Jeff say to me, man, I'm so excited to discover this new story that had 3 chapters out. Quite the opposite. He would tell me I won't go for those stories until they have enough content for me to get interested in. What Amazon is building is something very similar to Royal Road or Wattpad, which are platforms where you can put out your serialized content to your heart's content. And the money that you're getting from fans typically is coming, at least on Royal Road, from the ability to comment on the plot and to actually make your mark on some of these stories in a tangible way. But really, they're designed to be free platforms, and I think monetization is going to be difficult. And with Amazon, their entire marketplace comes from Kindle Unlimited people who've been trained you can read as much as you want for free for one low price, which is the model that pretty much every service is going for. So the only thing that I see Vella being useful for is Amazon attempting to pull in the Royal Road and the Wattpad groups of fans. But I think that they already have their brand loyalty. So what I think is far more likely going to happen is Amazon will launch this, probably won't do tremendously well out of the gate, will be a very slow starter. There will be some money made, but not a ton. And in a year or two, they're either going to abandon the program or they're going to make it into a massive success. Lots of people don't remember that when Amazon first launched their advertising program, it was garbage for like 2 years. All you would do is flush money down this toilet. And then for the 2 years after that, it made me literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. So like it became amazing. But most of what Amazon does is garbage when it comes out of the gate. It takes a while to get good. So I'll keep an eye on Vella. If I had content that I could put up there, I would. I absolutely would. I'd throw up, some serialized fiction if I had something appropriate for it. I don't have the extra bandwidth right now, and so I look at it as just a funsy experiment some people are doing. I don't see it as a tremendous amount of money. I don't see it as some huge new marketplace we should all dive into. If you've got the time and you've got a story that fits it, great, release it. But I think what people are going to find is fans don't want to read one chapter a week. And even one chapter a day, you're going to find that a lot of fans are chomping at the bullet. So it could be a great way for you to beta write books. Like if you're going to write a book, you're like, okay, I'm writing this 200,000 word book. Instead of doing it as a draft, I'm actually going to put it on Kindle Vella and write it in public, so everybody can see. And then later on, I'll clean it up and I'll publish it in Amazon Kindle. Maybe it'll be useful for that, but I just don't see it being useful enough that I've decided to dive in. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be worthwhile? Do you think I'm wrong about any of this? Do you think that there's a lot of money on the table and maybe I'm leaving? I don't see it, and I'd love to hear from you what you think. Anyway, guys, I want to get back to the writing. For those that are curious, I have completed the first 7 modules of my Writing Faster course, and I will be sending that out probably on Monday to the first crop of beta users so that we can start actually seeing how well this course works. But I'm really proud of how it's coming along. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the recording of that course and the writing of the current novel that I'm working on, and I'll see you guys next week.